It's YouTube Wednesday!
The basis of this exercise is that we want to make good pictures for people. I do a lot of promos for fun stuff. I always get a lot of pictures taken of me. The reason why I get a lot of pictures taken is I make good pictures. You know, I'm not just going to mill about if my job is to, if they say just, kind of hang out. I'm not just going to hang out. I'm going to hang out here. Even if I'm just hanging out, I'm making it a good picture for people. Okay? I'm peeking around corners. I'm kind of hiding myself so I can come out of hiding. I'm doing things in a manner so that it looks cool. This is visual. What we're doing is very visual. We have to have the intensity and the scares of horror movies 3D in their face, right there, 4D even, but we can't touch them. So our imagery has to be spot on and sell exactly what we want to sell. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so the exercise is called stage picture. What we're going to do is we're going to get in zombie character and we're going to mill around this area. While you are milling around this area, I will occasionally say freeze. And when I say freeze, I'm going to stop someone who's already frozen in place, like he's frozen in place, because I said freeze, and everybody else can look and see what I'm going to point out. I might point out the sweep of the Bieber hair. I might point out how he manicured his look at that moment. Because his actor brain is telling his zombie brain to look cool because somebody's watching. Alright? The last exercise was all about take this great big grand zombie thing, which is a zombie movie is what we just did, and pull it down into your setting. How can I still use my senses to feel for the groups to come through? How can I still move towards them and sell it, but give them time to get away? Take that big stuff and bring it down into your little sets is going to make it awesome. Okay, because then it becomes more personal. There's a difference between a comedy and a horror movie. The only difference, you can shoot the same story, is where you put the camera. If you back the camera way up and you see a bear chasing John Candy across the screen in the distance, that's hilarious. But if you pull the camera in close and then you're in a car and there's a bear trying to get into the car, or Cujo, if you guys remember that movie, that's horror. It's close and it's in your face. Alright? So it's easy to have broad scale comedy. Bring it down, get it close. That's when it gets personal and that really becomes horror. This exercise is about you. Right here, right now, controlling yourselves while you're milling around and working with your environment, working with the set that you have. And let's open the area up. Well, let's try and stay in the shade, but let's open the area up, go behind those a little bit, and then we're going to pause it. When I say freeze, I'll say freeze and whistle. Everybody freeze, but then look at who I point out, okay? And the people who I point out, you don't unfreeze. Okay, because I want to show what you're doing. You guys have it? All right. Actor brain, turn on your zombie body. And begin milling about. You're in that zombie pause mode. You're in that zombie stasis. To unfreeze except for you. Everybody turn around here. What story is his movement telling? Is he holding his brain into his eye? Because he knows if this leaks out, I'm done for. I better hold this in the whole time I'm moving around. Or has this zombie hung on to enough humanity to feel pain and his head hurts? This movement is kind of telling a story. We want to tell stories. All right? So, good job. Unfreeze. Actor brain, turn on zombie body. Mill around. Mill around. Everybody freeze. Everybody look over here.
Good job.
Our body is telling the big picture. Whenever you move, your body is a sentence. It's telling a story. If you want punctuation, look at hands and look at face. All right? With a different face, you're going to be thinking different thoughts. This is not the fastest of the zombies. All right? This is caution, slow zombies. This is a slow zombie right here. But acting with your face is so important. When you look into a horde of zombies and there's one who's laughing, it kills it. You can unfreeze. It kills it. It kills the magic. One of the things I love to do when I'm watching movies like 300 or Braveheart, I look for the big fight scenes, and there's always some guy just swinging a sword at nothing, just walking around, and he ruins it. It's like, man, this fight was believable until I saw that guy or two buddies, put your hand up, or two buddies just doing this at each other the whole time. This is all that they're doing, and they're not changing anything. This is their whole fight scene. And I see that in every battle of Braveheart. I see two guys just doing this. Two guys, that's all they're doing. And it kills it. Well, when you're going through the haunted house, they don't see the horde all at once. But the horde is revealed in snippets and pieces. So every time they turn the corner, if they catch a zombie texting, it's over for the group. All right? If they catch a zombie talking or laughing or halfway through a hot dog, it's over. So staying in character is so huge. All right? It's a great big deal. And acting with your face, because your face is what we look at faces every day and we learn how to read them. So use your face while you are a zombie to put it in your emotion. All right? And actor brain, turn on zombie body. Freeze. Everybody unfreeze except for you, sir. We have a necessity here because we're somewhat in bright sunlight. How much story can his face tell if a third of it is covered by sunglasses? I mean, if this was the only picture right here, it could say many, many different things. So be careful of, the first thing I did when I started teaching, I took my sunglasses off. And unfortunately I put them on a table that then got kicked to the wind by zombies, so Lord knows where my sunglasses are now. But I wanted you guys to be able to see my face and tell when I was serious and tell my intent. Eyebrows are 70%, you can relax. Eyebrows are 70% of what we say with our face. All right? So if I'm looking around, am I happy with you? I love to eat clam chowder.
Really?
I love it. It is delicious, and it makes me happy. This is funny because it's disjointed. This is the face that I'm giving, and I'm talking about things that I like. I love kittens. I love kittens. All right? Eyebrows tell a big story. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
It is. I was hoping you would come.
I know. I'm so glad.
Am I sincere? Who cares, right? So use your eyebrows. If you want to alter a conversation, I'm going to have a very pleasant conversation over here, all right? But I'm going to look at her the whole time through my eyebrows. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Good.
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Anything happening lately?
Because I'm looking in an angry manner. Right now I'm a ram. I want to ram my head against hers. It's a physical challenge. It is an assault a little bit. Right? Look at me. I am wanting you to stay distant. I'm keeping my horns between me and you. So I'm even having a hard time saying nice things because I'm looking at her in a very pissy manner. But here, this is very neutral. Avoid neutrality with your face and with your head. Tilt your head a little bit. Look through your eyebrows every now and then. All right? So as you guys mill around, try that. If you can, in this weather, lose the sunglasses because you will be more effective. Remember the cool, comfortable scale. It's very comfortable to wear sunglasses in bright light. But if you want to look cool, you gotta be a little bit uncomfortable. All right, so, actor brain, turn on zombie body.
Freeze! Everybody can move except for you. Okay, everybody kind of take a look at what Kevin's doing here now. And I want to kind of jump on what Alan was saying earlier. You know, so much expression is in your face and it's in your eyes, but it's also in your posture and it's in your body mechanics. And I think what you got to do is stay in character. And sometimes that gets hard, especially maybe at the beginning of the night where it's slow, or the beginning of the season where it's slow, and you're working in a room with 2 or 3 people. It's like, hey, how was Thursday? What's going on? And you start talking. Next thing you know, oh, there's a group. You killed it, you know, and you just ruin that guest experience. What he is doing, he's got a lot going on here. I mean, if you take a look at his face, he's got his arms moving, he's got a posture, and as I watch him walk around, I mean, you can't really see because he's pointed down, but he's got just sort of almost a constipated, pissed off face, you know, that it's like, he is not happy, you know? He is not in a good mood, and this is really kind of a head-to-toe kind of a look. Now, as you're moving around the attraction, obviously, those motions and those body mechanics are going to vary based on the time of the season, the time of the day, you know, and where you're at in the haunt or the room you're acting in. But Kevin's body posture, his pose, and his face. Keep your face, all right? I just want to tip your head up.
Action figure game.
Yeah, action figure game. See how he's kind of squinting his eyes, his lips are kind of pursed, his nose is crunched. I mean, he's just got a lot going on up here, all right? So I'll say animator for lack of a better word, physical, whatever you want to do, but the more expressive you are with your face, you got a lot between your eyebrows, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, what you're doing with your neck as you're moving your head. I mean, those all convey a tone, an attitude, a demeanor, and a message. You guys are doing there's some great zombies. I could pick something out every one of you guys are doing. But have fun, get out of your comfort zone, get in your element, and take a look at your peers, you know, as this is going on, because it is a whole package. And like we talked earlier, this place doesn't work without this going on, you know? I mean, there's pretty walls and paper, but it's the actors and it's the zombies where we score or don't score with the guests. Thanks, sir.
Actor brain, turn on zombie bodies.
Everybody freeze except right here. All right, what do you guys notice about the way he's leading, his posture? He's kind of going chest and face first, like he's sensing something. He's in full zombie mode, he's got no distinct direction, but he's using that scent. He's searching with his nose. He kind of has a direction. And likewise, his body is following. You can tell he's very stiff, he's very rigid, but something up here is ticking just enough to push his body in a certain direction. And the look on his face is also very just gone. You know, if you can't see it, step around here where you can see it. Now you lost it. He has the perfect zombie look. He has the perfect milling about, mindless zombie look. But you can tell from his posture that he knows what he's after. He knows what he's going for, and he just can't find it. Which is perfect for the milling around phase when you're trying to stay in character between groups. Active brain on.
These two are kind of showing the exact same thing unknowingly. Great face here. She's actually maintained great zombie physicality all day. All right, every time she's had to be a zombie, it's been the same kind of zombie, And once I said work the jaw on an exercise like 5 or 6 back, every now and then she just chomps at nothing. Like a fly went by and she tried to catch it. Oh. That's important. But movement. I see a couple people who have their foot folded up. You were doing this. That's a really good way to move. It helps alter the way that you move. These guys have what I call walking through pudding zombie walk. They're not really physically changing anything. They're acting like an outside force is working against it. They're walking through waist-deep pudding. So they're kind of trudging, and it's hard because it's very thick, and they have to lean forward. Like Jake said, all that zombies have left that really works well is in their head. That's what has to lead them around. Whenever you guys hear the sound and start moving towards something else, it's your head that does it first, and then that body follows through. You guys can unfreeze. Zombies spread themselves by their bite. Reproduction is the #1 thing in any organism's brain. #1. It explains a lot of your behavior throughout your entire life, trust me. But reproduction is huge. Even in a zombie, if it wants to replicate itself, it wants to reproduce. It wants to bite. To eat and to keep on going. But it only wants to keep on going to make more zombies. What do they have left? They have their senses and they have their mouth. Use that. I would just chomp. And it's an audible cue also, because you can hear my teeth clack together. For 6 hours, that gets a bit uncomfortable. But cool comfort, you know? It's one of the things I kind of give up. So let's go again. But what I want to do now is I'm going to make a couple noises. And I want you guys to do that flocking thing again, where you're reacting to the noise. And then I'm going to freeze you in that. Because that makes some really cool moments also that don't happen when you're just milling around. Okay? Actor brain, turn on your zombie body. Everybody freeze except for these two. This is Bastard Zombie. Bastard Zombie wants to get to the food first. So he's like, dude, you stay back there. I got this. He's kind of saying, I'm going to eat this thing because I'm bigger than you. I'll be over here. You back away, little zombie. You get scratched.
Should have done it.
All right? But that's very cool awesome. Because he's thinking about it. You want to learn how to be a monster? You want to learn how to be scary? Watch animal documentaries. Watch 9 lions trying to eat a zebra. This happens all the time, and this is downright polite for lions at a kill. Zombies don't think of eliminate the competition normally, but they do think, what's in between me and my meal? All right?
Can I add something on that?
You can.
Because that is a great point. Now, one of the things that in our show here, there are times when there could be 2 or 3 or 5 different zombies in a room. I think this is a great opportunity as a group's coming through. Now, as long as it doesn't look like, you got to work it a little bit, teamwork and all that, but I think where we've got some of our bigger rooms, or I bring a buddy up, I'm going to work in the kitchen tonight, where we have an opportunity to do some teamwork like that. The zombie horde coming back and forth was awesome. If you guys could see what I saw, you guys are doing some great things. And where we can work that as a group. I don't know if you talked group scares or anything tonight, and I missed it.
Haven't gotten to it yet,
but
there.
I mean, where there's an opportunity to choreograph in a room, because zombies are scary in a horde, And when you got 2 or 3 of them coming at it, going in a room, I think is a great way to play that theater in that set and really just freak that group out that's coming through. So it's nicely done. Good call, Alan.
Actor brain, turn on your zombie body.
Alright, you've obviously established as a zombie that there's something tasty over here. And he's not so much as pushing the little guy out of the way, but he's reaching. He's going for it. They're both on the same directive, but he's utilizing what he can. I'm taller than this kid. I maybe grab it first. Whatever he's got to fight with, he's utilizing in his zombie brain. He's still focused exactly on the same thing he is, but he's not necessarily, like Dean said, the competition thing is not there. It's more, I bet I can get it first, using any advantage that he can, muster up from his lifeless brain. So, again, it's having a common goal. Everybody's going towards that tasty meal.
Actor brain, turn on zombie body. I want you to do exactly what you're doing, but turn around and face that way. The same body pose, just face that way. Everybody else, unfreeze. Heard the noise, identify the target. Her eyes were locked dead on me. They might not be dead on you right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't want that coming after me, and I'm a pretty tough dude. I'm still going to leave the room. All right? Size doesn't matter. Sex doesn't matter. More girls want to work haunted houses than guys. I'm not entirely sure as to why that is, but every haunted house has more guys show up. I know why guys love it. You can unfreeze.
Thank you.
I know why guys love it. Guys love it because they can get a big reaction out of a small thing. That's why we like the remote control. Touch one little button, the channel changes. Pull the trigger, something dies way over there. That's awesome. Guys love that crap. I think with girls, it's a power thing. I can walk and make people run away. I love this game. Okay, it's a power transfer. All right? Be aware of that. Be aware that I don't care how small you are, they will run from you. Elephants are afraid of mice. That is one of they tried it on Mythbusters. It's actually very true. Elephants don't like mice. So it doesn't matter what size you are, you're going to scare the crap out of people if you have the right mindset. Commit to it. Commit to it. I don't get up in you guys' grill for laughing and not taking it serious because I'm mean, but I care about haunted houses more than the people who are running for president care about the country. I really do. I love frickin' haunted houses. And I know in the moment you guys are going to turn it on, but I love seeing it right now. Okay? This is awesome. You guys are doing great. I've got just a couple more to do. All right? And then I'm going to move on to something else. All right. Action brain. Turn on zombie body. Everybody stay froze for a second. Every now and then a group will make you split focus. If there is more than one of you in the room, you guys have done this perfectly right. Because there was a reaction from the group over here, and the group moved towards it, and then a bigger reaction happened over here, and you acknowledged its presence and went to it. Great job as a group. Now, the group who's responding to the can noise, unfreeze and look over here. How you feeling over there right now? They can't get to it. This is the classic zombie barrier scenario. Whenever you have a barrier, or even work to create one for yourself, if you can be on the other side of a door jam and only half of your body is hanging out, reach for them. Use the weapons that you have available. All right? Great job, guys. You can unfreeze. Zombies are scary. Part of what we just did, which the stage picture, pretend that every guest is a camera, and you want to give them the best picture. Or it is your job to look awesome in the corner of the room in order to be a distraction, because other people who work the room were in hiding or around the corner, and then they can come out from other places and get the scare. If a scare is happening over there, try and steal the focus on the other side of the room so that the group looks away and you help the scare happen. This is ping pong, all right? The guests are the ball. I have the paddle over here, look at me. The scare comes from that side. They have the paddle over there. They just stole your focus because they scared the group. So now the eyes look there. So now they're looking away. Now you can get another scare. Think of Jurassic Park. Anybody here not ever seen the first Jurassic Park?
Are there any dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour?
But think of velociraptors. Exactly. Clever girl. I'm looking at you and I'm aiming my gun. Right when he aims his gun, he realizes, oh, this is not the one I should worry about.
Yeah.
Wah! 8 in the face. He hates it when that happens. All right, so think of those cinematic moments and make them in your set.